Hello students, in the previous class we have already discussed about the type of nutrition in the plants, and we came to know that basically we can categorize the process of nutrition into two types. The first one is the autotrophic nutrition and the second one is the heterotrophic nutrition. And we have already discussed about the heterotrophic nutrition in the previous class. So today we are going to discuss about the autotrophic nutrition. So let's start it. Now see the term autotrophic. Now if we divide the word autotrophic, then we can split it into two parts. The first one is the auto and the second one is the trophic. Now auto means self and trophic means related to nutrition or synthesis of the food. So here the organisms can prepare their own food and they don't depend upon others for the food material. Okay, and these particular type of organisms are known as autotrophs, and the process by which they can prepare their own food is known as photosynthesis. Okay, so start with photosynthesis. Now see the term synthesis. Now what is the meaning of synthesis? Synthesis means production of something. But here what is the material which is produced? The first one, the complex organic product is prepared. But from which? From some inorganic substances. And by this process we get some byproducts. So let's see what are the inorganic substances or the raw materials of this process. So first one is the water molecule and the second one is the carbon dioxide. So the source of the carbon dioxide is actually atmosphere and the water molecule is the underground water. So these are the raw materials. So what are the products? The first one is the complex organic product. So that is the glucose. And other products are water and the oxygen molecules. So here these products are produced from the raw material in presence of sunlight, and that's why the process is known as photosynthesis. That means in presence of photo or sunlight, autotrophs produce the glucose molecules along with oxygen molecule and water molecule with the help of carbon dioxide and water molecule. Okay. Now the question is that why autotrophs are suitable for performing the photosynthesis. So for that, autotrophs or the green plants have to capture the sunlight. But what is the key material that is present inside them which help to absorb the sunlight? That is the chlorophyll. which is responsible for the green appearance of the plants. But what is the position of the chlorophyll inside the plant body? So basically all the greeny part, but mainly the leaf, which is the kitchen of the plant, contains huge amount of chlorophyll. And for that we have to know the structure of a leaf. Now see, this is a intact leaf, and if we cut a small portion of it and cross-sect it and observe under the microscope, then we can find or observe this type of structure. And here the first layer of the leaf, the outermost layer of the leaf, is known as the cuticle. And from the cuticle we get the leaf hairs. And just beneath the cuticle there is the another layer, is known as upper epidermis. Okay. And just beneath the upper epidermis there is a wider region having two different types of shape of the cell, that is known as the mesophyll layer. And the first elongated cellular layer is known as palisade parenchymal cell layer, and the circular layer is known as the spongyl cell layer or spongyl parenchyma. Okay. Now this mesophyll layer actually contains huge amount of chlorophyll molecules. And in this mesophyll layer, now see here some elongated blue color structures. Now this is the xylem, which is important for the transportation of the water and mineral from the root to the leaf during the photosynthesis. And the yellowish portion is known as the phloem, which is important for the transportation of the food material which is produced inside the leaf by the photosynthesis, is transported rest of the part of the plant body. Okay. Now just beneath the mesophyll layer there is another epidermis layer known as the lower epidermis, and just beneath the lower epidermis there is the cuticle layer. So here the lower surface of the leaf is very important, because here some numerous openings are present, tiny openings are present, which is known as stomata. And now see, these stomata are very important, because these stomata or these openings actually control the gaseous exchange. Now it's allow the carbon dioxide to take entry inside the leaf and allow the oxygen molecule to release it into the atmosphere. So what happened? How this stomata is regulated? So here the opening is guarded by some special type of cells known as guard cells. Now when the water molecules take entry to the guard cells from the surroundings, it swell up, and that is known as cell turgid. And as they swell up, two guard cells are detached from each other and form the opening. So here stomata open, and the reverse process is happened during its closing time. What happened? The water molecules release from the guard cell to the surroundings. So the swell up guard cells shrink, that is known as flaccid, and they come to each other and the stomata closed. So with the help of guard cell, stomata open and closed which actually regulate the gaseous exchange during the photosynthesis. Okay, now just focus on this mesophyll layer and we just try to find out the exact cellular position of the chlorophyll. So for this you have to recapitulate the structure of the plant cell, and we have already discussed about it in the very first class. So see, this is the leaf and this is the mesophyll layer, and the greeny structures are known as the chloroplast. Now all of you know that chloroplast is a cell organelle which is exclusively present into the plant cell, and this is the structure of the chloroplast, and these disc-shaped structure are very important for the storage of the chlorophyll molecules. So these disc-shaped structures are known as the thylakoid. Okay, so basically the chloroplast present in the mesophyll layer cells of the leaf is the main site of the photosynthesis. So we can say that the mesophyll layer of the leaf is the main site of the photosynthesis. Okay. So here we just try to see the whole process of the photosynthesis. Now see, if we produce something, then at the very first stage we have to collect the raw materials. So here also, for performing the photosynthesis, plants have to collect the raw materials. So what are the raw materials? The first raw material is the water molecule and the second one is the carbon dioxide. So water molecules are present under the ground. So the soil particles, the space between the soil particles actually reserve the water molecules, and the plants, with the help of root hair, they absorb these water molecules, and after absorbing the water molecules they transport it to the main site of the photosynthesis, that means the leaf, and this transportation, that means from the root to the leaf, this whole pathway is travelled with the help of xylem. Okay, so here this is the xylem. So xylem transport the water molecules which is absorbed by the root hairs to the mesophyll layer cells. Now the next component, that means the carbon dioxide, so which is present into the atmosphere. Now here the stomata, that is present on the surface of the leaf, is very important. Now due to the entry of the water molecule into the guard cells swell up and the stomata open, and through these stomata the carbon dioxide molecule take entry inside the mesophyll layer. So after getting the water molecules and the carbon dioxide, the mesophyll layers start to produce the glucose molecule. Now how? Now see here, 6 molecule of carbon dioxide and 12 molecule of water molecule react to each other in presence of sunlight and produce 1 molecule of glucose, 6 molecule of oxygen and 6 molecule of water molecule. Okay. Now after production of the oxygen molecule, with the help of stomata, these oxygen molecules are released to the atmosphere and the glucose molecule is transported to the all parts of the body through the phloem. So, by this process, the green plants prepare the glucose molecule with the help of carbon dioxide and water molecules in presence of chlorophyll and the sunlight. So this is the overall process of the photosynthesis, or the way through which autotrophs perform their autotrophic nutrition. Thank you.